Steampunk, not to be confused with punk rock, cyberpunk, or any other punk subculture. Now, before we get into how to survive a conversation with one of its avid followers, we must define it for identification purposes. Steampunk is a subculture under the punk umbrella and encompasses speculative fiction based around the idealized lack of an electric industrial revolution and integrates the use of alternative energy sources, the main obvious one being steam, to power even advanced technologies. Imagine a fully functioning steam-powered car, for example. Now imagine steam robots. Authors like H.G. Wells, writer of The Time Machine, and author Jules Verne, who wrote Around the World in 80 Days and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, are both considered to be the fathers of science fiction and the basis for the steampunk movement. Steampunk can also be described as neo-Victorian. Some followers of the group choose to dress or adorn themselves in replica Victorian clothing, which can be modified with the addition of favored metals, such as brass, also the wearing of circular goggles, or even going as far as to invent their own speculative costumes based around steam aviation or other derived occupations. Others might wear steampunk-based jewelry, often marked by old metals, which typically do not include bright gold or silvers. The addition of mechanical parts is also very popular, as is the use of keys. Steampunk can also be found in the mainstream world, finding its way into the media through movies like Wild Wild West, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. In general, steampunk is an expansive group ranging from the mechanically savvy lovers of steam engines who tinker away in their homes, who may not even realize that there is such a thing as steampunk, to the convention-attending, garb-wearing, Victorian lexicon-speaking cog addict who goes by the name Lord Cogsworth. Now that you know a little more about what steampunk is, you can understand some of their slang. Pay attention. You never know when one of these gearheads might bump into you. Phases and meanings to know. You should be insulted if a steampunker implies that you are one cog short of a gearbox, or a few gears short of a pocket watch, or that the stack is smoking but the gears don't turn, or even that you are a cog slapper. Of these, the first three mean a lack of mental capacity, are equivalent of a few Fruit Loops shy of a bowl, or other similar remarks. The last can be taken in two different ways. If you fancy yourself a bit of a steampunker who crafts art labeled under the genre, it means that you are literally slapping on cogs and other mechanical bits to force it into being steampunk with little knowledge or reasoning as to why you place them there. Steampunk art should at least resemble some functionality. Or if you claim mechanical prowess, these phrases imply that you know little more than how to slap a cog or two with a rag to polish it. Either way, they're calling you an idiot. This also goes along the same lines as the term cog glitter, or cogs applied only to look cool. If a steampunker frazzles you unintentionally or finds you in an angry state, he or she might say to you, "Mind your gauges, don't blow a gasket, or don't fog your glasses, or keep your goggles on." All of these are asking you to keep your cool or to calm down. While working with or around these people, it would not be uncommon to hear, "Well, that just blows the boiler, doesn't it?" which is a term of disgust. "Got the engine by the gearbox," which implies that everything is under control. And if you ask them a question, they might reply that their gears are bound up at the moment, meaning that they aren't really thinking. Final thoughts. Remember, not all steampunkers are alike, and many may never use these phrases publicly. But if you do happen to come across a friendly individual, it would be charming of you to slip one of the previously mentioned phrases into the conversation. Try not to be insulting, though. They don't make fun of your obsession with Star Trek or ninjas, so let them have their fantasies too.